Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, they're hosting the Nets in this one. Let's go ahead to the first quarter, Chanae. This is off the Nets turnover.
It's crazy. In one game, in two games, in three games, he gives you enough highlights for an entire season.
Another Nets turnover here, Matt, but this time it's Tyus Jones who feeds it up.
Look at the left.
I mean, he's a guard. He's a point guard. Like, what is going on right here? I mean, this man is on a mission. You could tell he's put the work in, and it's going to be a scary season.
24 points in the first half alone. It was all Desmond Bane and Kevin Durant, though, in the third. So let's go ahead there now. Bane had 19 points in the third on 7 of 9 shooting, including 4 of 5 from 3.
And I love how after the game he said that, hey, I'm working on my assists so that I can sort of lessen the load for Ja Morant. But boy, he showed up. I think Big Perk called it.
Yeah, absolutely. Durant had 17 points, though, in this quarter. 7 of 8 shooting.
Range.
He would finish with 37 points. Bane, though, he kept it going in the fourth quarter. So let's go ahead to 5:30 left to play. The Grizzlies are up 6 here. Desmond Bane.
Just sidestep, dribble, knock down.
And one thing to keep in mind, he does it on both sides of the ball, which I love, too.
Well, and then on the other side, though, Kyrie Irving in
Anything you can do, I can do as well.
Better. You can say better.
It's okay. It's all right in this case, Chanae. It's
okay. I don't know. I was trying to give deference to Ja. You know,
on this
night.
Yeah.
Friendly
with
roll
the
off the glass. Once again, Kyrie Irving.
Best ball handler we've probably ever seen. Ooh, got him.
Got a jump.
Oh.
Kyrie, 21 points in the fourth. He finished with 37. So here we go, 3 minutes left to play. Bane thought twice about it.
Big shot.
Beautiful touch pass.
One of them nights for him.
Bane had 13 points in the fourth. He finished with 38, but here, under a minute to play, Grizzlies up 7. Morant lets the shot clock wind down, buries the dagger, 38 points.
If he's doing this, if he's shooting 6 feet behind the three-point line with everything else he has in this game, look out.
Well, the Grizzlies, they win at 134-124. And take a look at the offensive output here. Career high 38 for Desmond Bane. Ja had 38 too, which means he's averaging over 35 this season. Durant and Irving, they each had 37. It's actually the 6th time they've combined for 70-plus points in the regular season as teammates. Some bad news there. The Nets are actually 1-5 in those games. This was, though, the first time that 2 sets of teammates each scored 35 or more since the highest scoring game in NBA history. It was between the Pistons and the Mavs. Isaiah Thomas and Kiki Vandeweghe headlined that triple OT game that finished with a score of 186-184. Here's Kevin Durant on Ja after last night's game.
He's the most marketable guy in our league, the face of our league going forward. So many kids are inspired by what he does.
You just think he's a new face?
Of the league? Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of faces. You can tell the changing of the eras in the league as time goes on. Last 10 years and this next 15 years, you see the guys that are in the league right now that are going to help push the game forward. And, that's really what it's all about. It's not one guy, 2 guys, 3 guys that, shift or changes the game. It's a group of us that do it, and Ja is definitely in that group for sure.
Welcoming in Kendrick Perkins, who already had one switch about a week ago from Anthony Davis to Ja Morant as your MVP. But your pick is looking pretty good, Perk. How you feeling watching this game last night?
Oh, I feel great, and I'm not switching. And look, when you think about Ja and you think about what he's doing right now for the culture, okay, Malika, we know that he's box office. We know that he's must-see TV. We know that everybody wants to see him play, and he's lights, camera, action. We know he's going to light up the social media with his athletic ability and those spectacular plays on both ends of the floor. But here's the thing, right? Let's go back to the culture side of things, right? And think about the Allen Iverson effect on the culture standpoint. What did we see last night in that game? We saw nothing but stars. We saw Moneybagg Yo. We saw my new rapper Finesse 2 times holding big lump sums of money. The crowd was electrified. We saw him doing the giddy. See, this is what the game needs right now. This is what the game needs. And we see them after the game. We see them dancing. The culture is there, which is great for the game of basketball, along with I'm not switching my pick no more when it comes down to the MVP. He is my MVP candidate for this season. And listen, not only that, he's on the verge, right? I could tell he's on a mission to lead the league in scoring this season. Because right now, I'm telling you, the man is unstoppable.
10 toes down with Ja Morant. But, Perk, it's not just the highlight plays that Ja delivers. There was one play late in the game. I think it's imperative that we have Chiney and Matt break this down, please.
So this was a very rare play by Ja Morant that showed not only his basketball IQ, but also his internalization, a.k.a. he took that personally from a couple years ago. So let's run the play, Matt, and break this down because look at this. You never roll the ball at this scenario.
This close.
4 minutes left.
Early.
It's usually end of the quarter, end of the game.
You normally see CP doing this, but also he's a very heady player.
He's waiting, and everyone said it. He's baiting Ben Simmons because at this point he had 5 fouls. And he looked back at his coach and was like, okay, expose himself. And Ben really looked to try to make an aggressive play and fouled himself out of the game.
Was that a foul? But my whole issue with that is, like, why are you picking him up that high?
I mean, if y'all want to, go dig up a play, I think it was like my rookie year. We was in Philly, and the same situation happened like that. Versus Ben in the first half, and I went to look at coach to get the play, and he ran through the ball, got the steal, and went to dunk.
So you knew about that before the game started?
I knew it at that moment. Once I seen him, I was rolling the ball, and I was at half. I looked at coach, and I see him try to look like, oh yeah. So I knew I had him. He was gonna press up, and I was just gonna force the ref to make the call.
I mean, obviously this is payback. He had he remembered what happened last time. But if I'm Ben Simmons with 5 fouls on Ja Morant the night he's having, I'm not picking him up that high. Period.
Facts. And, I was trying to get a ball to demonstrate this, and one of our helpers was going to toss me the ball. Oh, nice pass. Not as good as Richards the other day. Okay. But a lot of times when you have, situations, it's blind spots as defenders that you try to get into. Right. Typically, you're in the post and, you're getting double teamed, and then someone comes behind you to get the ball. It's never in the open court, and that, to me, was wild.
It was almost a taunt. It was a taunt. Like, come get this if you want it, and you saw what happened when he went.
A little.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.